salute. Now we all come together as well. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, family, and welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohamed Kagbo, and today on the 12th of April 2022, we get three issues then for analyze. The first one for us, we look at the comment where ex-president Koroma, President Ernest Bio Koroma, we make against President Bio for say, they run an economy through propaganda. That is not one. Secondly, we also look at Andre Fisher, the judge will issue an ultimatum to the APC scribe when Ambassador Yansane for let it contact Adebayor for make an apology video. What's in this mean? And thirdly, we look at a general analysis where a lot of Sierra Leoneans, according to some piece we get here, we determine for say 2023 will be a goodbye for President Bio because of certain reasons. We can't table all this phone and I'm not going to side. And you also get the opportunity for send you message here. We go read them for sure. And this program, they also come direct na TPP Leon YouTube. If you get chance, please always try for subscribe so that at least you go up, we progress push the channel go before, and you said go get the latest hot news the way they come na the country, na the platform as well. We can shortly for can make more analysis here.
Talking Point platform for news every day now we country salute for education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit TV.
All right, so family, as soon as they see from the screen, they bring this so that Tunasa will see some of the exchanges here. Now, first thing first, the ex-president we know say Ian, the current president, not the see eye to eye. And all right, okay. Of course, I don't see this. So this is now one thing we would look at. President Bio and President Koroma, these two presidents, the incumbent and the ex-president, none of they see eye to eye. And this don't make the country don't go bien. This don't make the tension don't rise to a point that some people then be afraid, or people are still afraid, say, this tension here, perhaps if God not put Kolatade, it will come out of hand. Because we see when President Bio take the mantle of leadership, there was a very serious confrontation between the past regime and them. And so largely enough, we see the ex-presidents keep quiet in the sense, they just like talk or criticize the government, or perhaps they fear because there was a very strong threat of cases of corruption. So it be the mind involved there. But it seems as if now it already for come out of those closets and come out and begin to talk. You see, as soon as they see so, President Koroma don't tell President Ernest Koroma don't tell President Bio say, they run an economy through propaganda. You cannot turn it. You cannot run it. The reason is very simple, because according to President Ernest Bio Koroma, he warned the SLPP government of Julius President, let's stop for use propaganda for run an economy, for run a government. Now, McKinney be the talk, we are in, he be the get contact with grassroots supporters there. He explained to the public relations, they say the propaganda where the current government they use is not good for an economy. Because when, according to her, this will make a clear, just a paraphrase. When the government come to power, then condemn everything where PC don't do. In fact, then go with the impression, say nothing not happening in the country. Therefore, then the council can do more for the people of Salone. And indeed, we be vote for change. We be let change effect. Law we teach who politicians and dirty lesson for say we then give responsibilities if for manner with all, if for provide, if for deliver, if for deliver, if for perform. But after 4 years now, we not see much of any significant differences between the people that we pass and the people that within our governance in many, many areas. So in just draw their attention, say, in get right as a statesman, as well as a member, a leader of a political, chairman and leader of a political party, for campaign and for even bring some of them here. Now, I even say the time we be in a power, the rest now 250,000, and that people there, even though the salary be small, they can still get opportunity for live good with that. And therefore, now if you check, you know the difference, how much the rest costs, the cost of one bag rest, it run into 500 to 600,000. So Koroma say in they ready for support in party when our APC for campaign, because now he rights as a citizen, and he rights as a former president, and I rights as a member of a political party for campaign. He make a reference to other places like Ghana, Jerry Rawlings, the late Jerry Rawlings. He not only supporting party, he creates a new political party. And apart from that, we see ex-president Obama, way within America. He was very much vocal against President Trump, where be in presence be succeed for make sure say people in votes against ex-president Trump. So President Bio still gets the privilege day for campaign. President Koroma still get a privilege for campaign against SLPP. So this is just a clear path of it, and we just hope and we pray with politicians and show maturity. Say politics is not about war, it's not about fights, it's not about do or die. It's about policies, about decency, it's about making policies and way people they appreciate, or things that were practical, we go able to do for change people's lives. So we're not just one when this time come where maybe the ex-president, like we say, they begin campaign, we see maybe all kinds sort of like threats or maybe allegations or any kind way just for intimidate or even block for like this is not good for the democracy. But we the one ahead because we know how politics they play, and we make them very clear, say we know condole and we're not going to allow for the politicians and this time around bragging at the gutter. That make we don't take up this very, very highly for sensitize the people and know waiting good for them. So that now one item where we get time for. And let we share another item now where the last week where we there, we talk about Andre Fisher. I mean, this one a funny, a laughable, you self way don't follow it. You know, say this now like a joke because the way the judiciary system they operate now, if you are like you see how funny we are. We don't go down the drain. Salon politics that I make even when the EU be named institutions that then call the judiciary as one of the institutions and where Sierra Leoneans they not get faith in. You don't say they're right. You don't say they're right. Why? Because you not expect a sitting judge like this for pay attention to person like Adebayor. You don't expect that. But it's so shameful. We get a sitting judge where feel say he okay for let give credence, he okay for let give privilege, he okay for let he even gets the audacity as a judge for give order for say therefore contact this person, and I mean it's just too laughable for make apology. Now, Lord bring on this. Perhaps some of you not be get awareness about this. Last week we talked about here. Adebayor we don't try with luck. We don't try very hard for law. Not they talk about in name now. Yeah, we not get no choice, but at least for the bringing him now, because we don't say things and they go out of hand. Now we see the judiciary, they enter into this sort of like very funny situation. We are in, then they give order for let person which Adebayo for let apologize. We all know Adebayo how he handle issues, the manner in which it lambast. This nothing where now the rhetoric terms that they use invectives, they use bad word against people. We know they say what they're talking to true, but in so in choose for passing message to people. Now so in the use your own platform, and this everybody know about. So if we make an audio, we are in a cost and Fisher in family, a cost and serious one, and Andre Fisher look at and say the APC National Secretary, where now Ambassador Yansane gets connection with her, and that Adebayo a member of the APC, and that therefore Fenway for contact her for making apologize to her, in particular as a judge, and to the country, which we know say the possibility in order. Now, what Adebayo do? A reply for say in no uncertain time, he no go apologize. He no go apologize absolutely, and even go to the extent say not to the first and this the cost and the Fisher, not to the first and this, and he comment say he continue for Cosa until he do the right thing. Now, if when I check, Andre Fisher gets a case between the APC, the NRM, and the APC as a body. We are in like Alfred Kagbo be taken in a court where this matter they under Andre Fisher, and people they look at and say politics they play inside this particular thing. We are in perhaps the executive arm of branch arm of government don't interfere into the judiciary by instructing Andrew Fisher for delayed and court case here. Case will don't take up to 2 years. Able to get any verdicts on that. So we're not going to rule out there. We're not going to rule them out absolutely, because we know we system na Africa. But anyway, la bring can doc na ya, perhaps inside we can throw light here. Yeah, doc, you just meet me and just point issues regarding, you remember last week we'll be there, we talk about where Andre Fisher reduced the judiciary to nonsense, reduce them to lowest grade by asking the APC Secretary General for contact Adebayo for let he apologize to him, and for let I apologize to the nation. And say Adebayo on a post when it take control, and he said pull an audio way say the door I even continue for even cause. But the Secretary General, when Ambassador Yansane, don't disassociate himself completely, say they're not Sabi Adebayo, and they're not Sabi as a member of the political party, and that then they even condemn the cause where they cause. But now, because not carry out this order, it might be like say sometime then go send them to court, to jail. What now you take about where the judiciary, even all where people and they look at them say now people are for no ought better, they still not live up to the expectation. Now, the court order, Ambassador Yansane say, they carry out the doctor and the court order because Sabi the person not get in contact. What's now the possibility for let jailer, or what you make of this entire saga?
Yeah, sorry about to get the question, but I understand the topic or the top. I think a few days ago, so we talk on this issue also, and for me, my stance will be the same, in which as long as Ambassador Yansane, there is no proof against them for sure. For sure, say nine categorically clear they give the directives to Adebayo for use the insulting words them to certain individuals them or the country as a whole or whoever it cause. As long as evidence not did to that effect, then I believe say the directives to say for tell the person for apologize to the nation and to the learned judge, Honorable Fisher, Judge Fisher. I think it's uncalled for. I believe say that was very very much misguided, because if even somebody, now even a registered party member, because last week I say may probably if you get proof say the man na a registered party member, but I think even at that, why I say that, I believe say not to because somebody they na a political party belongs to mean say the political party can able control the every step and the actions. The only thing I go say, if in na the case say in a political party member a card holder,
Yeah, Fambul, I think we get small break up and with Doc in line. So, like, with a push on the case of Andre Fisher for give directive to Ambassador Yansane for contact Adebayo for making make
I go
an
say,
apology. Yeah.
then I go say hit in probably like the report release where Ambassador Yansane do, not for being responsible for actions of an individual. I believe say the government for try forget, or the judiciary, because probably government not get right for arrest somebody, probably the judiciary and security sector for find way out, then go make sure say then curtail whatever negative or insult with somebody they cause to the nation. But I believe say if then there is a proof to the effect say the man they act from directives of the Secretary General of the opposition party or from them party, then no one is above the law for let the full weight of the law bet them. But if otherwise, then I not believe say there warrant any arrest or any pressure for
All right, thank you very much. This is just for let we buttress and make this thing known to people and say we judiciary they need to I will put them for themselves. They ought to know better. Then get cases that then get things away more of public interest matters then. In the way don't cases that will don't take 5, 10, 20 years now that courts they will not get time for. But you see Andre Fisher, the judge, the learned judge get time for respond to people like Adebayo. They give instructions, say if you not contact Adebayo for apologize to me, for apologize to to the nation. These are some funny thing there. Instead said no say this thing not going to be realistic. So it just a fine way for let adjust it all APC at ransom, because we know from history it gets small it gets small differences with the APC in general. So perhaps maybe politics on kind side we know the same and so we know they conclude anything here, but perhaps some and they interfere from somewhere. They push the judge for letting do this because we know how politics Africa they play, particularly in a salon. But again, we want our leader then think straight and think ahead and think more matured and responsible. And the issue of Adebayo and office like if we even come at the limelight, it kind of the centerpiece of people who they look forward to, people who feel as they ought to know better, people who feel people of substance, particularly people who they guide the laws there. We know they say they're above the law per se, but we know for sure there's no way in the trap and count and now yeah, if na salo they're different, but that person they're in different lane, and we clearly understand that there is no amount of threats go force and for let he apologize. Perhaps the only thing where the landed judge could do, he will go for just send Ambassador Yansane na court, I mean a jail, where it will be another detriment to the judge, to the judiciary, to the judge, and it will provoke public anger. And honestly, if that judge try for say because of I give you instruction because it's a law. If the judge give an instruction, you need for carry out that instruction day. And if you're not doing a contempt, but the land scribe don't say you not ever do any sort of contempt, and you not get no association or you not get no contact with Adebayo, and therefore you not get away for contact. Now let's move from that point there. I'll come to waiting the ordinary people there. They talk about the possibility of President Bio for exit 2023. This let me share the screen. Let us see. Based on this analysis, we get perhaps share this screen. All right. So this entirely not just a kind of analysis people and they make. I mean, 2018 was a very important year in the calendar of Sierra Leoneans, where be determined for make sure say APC lost power. Sierra Leoneans then being so objective in their analysis, then be so determined, serious, focused for make sure say APC then punish them for failing for live up to the expectation. Because we get a golden moment at that time. Back then, we get mineral company then, African Mineral, London Mining, and the iron ore was in high demand at that time. And during that time and there, we see the regime, the last 4 and 5 years of President Koroma was a flourishing year. And at one time, they even ranked we as one of the fastest growing economy in the world. So we were having a golden opportunity back then for transform to something big. But much was not done, to be honest. Yes, we know, say yes, there are some development take place, but the majority now be chose like the people and demand them be say and say they don't do more. So like them just focus on themselves, try for enrich themselves, which was something where Sierra Leone and MBDC. We're not full. Saloma not full, you know. They know the people where they work, they know when thing and they go bad from worse. And as a result, then we end up for we come together and I mean show them the exits. The same thing to happen here. Now, analysts there and some commentators there, don't they point out say by public opinion around, based on waiting majority Salomon they feel, then determine for make sure say President Bio go exit 2023 for the simple reason because the president not able to deliver to him promises that the bread and butter where they highly campaign on, you will be the judge. We know the African judge, but you said go know if the bread and butter is being materialized. But when he asks the politicians, he will tell you say they don't do it, they don't deliver. In fact, President Bio say he don't deliver all of his promises. In fact, he don't even give bonus. Where I mean, I don't know if not blind people and blind or whatever, maybe we know they see, or maybe sometimes we not in a salon, maybe don't give all, but the people that are the gone where they tell we not different entity because we they feel the pinch. Now, even if you're not in a salon, but to get family, if salon sweet, believe me, you bought a sister, auntie, uncle, friend, not go they pick phone, they say, I mean, things and bad. I mean, but if the country continue for the in that kind of deplorable states, bad things and go from bad to worse, definitely the pinch they meet we any side, just like what take place right now at the war. There was a war, there is a war, ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. We people in a salon in Africa, they not get no ants in that war. They absolutely not get no ants. But right now, majority of people are in the suffer the brunt because food prices are all longer because of fear. You don't see. So that's why it can happen. Some problem, then they cause them, but it is spread. Now the commentators and they look at and say President Bio was having a unique opportunity. Why? Because when he take power, he meets at least foundation. President Bio meets the basic policies there. President Bio, when he come, he meets mining companies and they run. What did President do? One of the mistakes that I make the success of every leader in the world, it depends on the people who they surround. The thing where you afraid in life, even though we do so, if you get a party, you get friends and no able to tell you the truth, no able look you inside your eye and tell you say what you do so not good. Believe me, you're bound or you're destined for fail or for go into problem where you go regret. It seems as if President Bio is surrounded by people who are yes men, people who just they fear for telling the truth, or perhaps President Bio is not the kind of leader that needs criticism, that wants criticism, that looking for constructive criticism. Now, perhaps the same thing they're happy with, if you look at internationally with the Russian president, Putin, where is surrounded by people where they only the president or only the tell what you want to read, you know, any second or third or constructive criticism where make today don't blunder on the wall. Now he isolated, and I believe say perhaps and he's starting off in down follow-on. Now we come back to President Bio. President Bio, when he comes, some of the huge mistake they would do, he cancel contracts them, mining contracts them. He cancelled them. African mineral, they even take we gonna court self, and then court and they will lost. Then case then they charge will pay the company and come back. I mean, it was a shame, because majority of the people there, more than 60-70% do not get job. Those mining companies, we are giving some jobs, at least then create some hope, because that 5,000 people what they employ, elect, then they give them 1-2 million per month. They say get family, their family, and they go able to live at least an average life. But if you come overnight, you can't terminate all them contracting. They citing corruption, citing that say this company not be go through the right channel, this company not be go through legal proceeding, this company don't go this. At the end of the day, it is scared potential investors there. We not say the deals so them be doing now good deals there now, and them perfect. But we look at the S-ness, the fastness, the quickness at which President Bio quickly terminate some of those contracts will affect the unemployment rates, increase her. And now the things don't become even much more worse for her, because employment don't they at all-time higher than when it be meter. The price of rice don't go up probably times 2 than it's a way we meter. Now, not significantly, you will not go point with change. Now that make we look at the concept of people and they say we need more time, make them get more time. I feel say like a contract. It's not about you forcing people to say I will do this. If you get a time frame, that make time that you will need a joke with. You get the time, make good use of the time, because time and tide wait for no man. At any time they left you. Now, 4 years, President Bio, some of the mistakes that we be do, it be just focus the entire energy on the opposition, entire energy, fighting them, calling them names, and forget to put the economy on track. Contract to them, we don't sign, it cancel them. I mean, it was just too much. And the worst case is it try to make even more, probably you able to see enmity with the leadership, rather than having the possibility or the opportunity for share idea with the ex-president in the name of national unity, so that because experience nothing where you know they buy, nothing where you earn. And the only way you go get experience now from person who don't get experience. Now, unless don't rule the country 2 times, no doubt, undoubtedly, he get huge experience. President Bio get opportunity for less with them and taps from some of the knowledge we get for the good of the country. But when we put to party before the country, the results now in this. These 2 people are not the see again. That man gets the experience. He gets the experience way on 10 years. This man, now the president, now the incumbent, now the will be. But certain things not to, know all. Just like where President Ernest and President Bio will left power additional. Believe me, any leader will come. If you want to succeed by certain things, then you need to tap the blessing of President Bio, where go to retire, because undoubtedly he get experience. He will must get regrets and get progress we don't make. But if President Koroma come and President Bio come, he completely disassociates himself with the ex-president. No, he even want to forget any business with her. That was one of the big mistake, a big blunder. This is now one. Secondly, the mining contract we don't cancel. We cancel because of very soon. And the people will be the advice and say, let's go against opposition all over, whether not job working place or, and it come to a point, President Bio, want nothing with the opposition. And forget about the brutality we use in many places, the killing at Tumbu, the killing at Lunsa, na Tonko Limba, and many places. These are all some of the things where people and they say the majority Sierra Leoneans are determined for punish President Bio by showing the exit door. But all this now just analysis. We hope say we will get a peaceful election and let the people and be more mindful and just looking the general good of the country, not necessarily because of political affiliation. And I believe that the majority of people are going for talking at the ballot and then go make them voice heard. And that make, yeah, we'll continue for support that strive day. We'll continue for support the particular efforts the way Sierra Leoneans and they make. So these are the three items that we get. And the first one we talk about, Andre Fisher, President Bio won the SLPP, say, you know, they run an economy by using propaganda. You cannot succeed by that. Secondly, Andre Fisher don't instruct the APC scribe with Yansane, Ambassador Yansane, for make he ask Adebayor for he apologize. Where Adebayor don't respond to that particular comment with another huge embarrassment and say there's no way absolutely anybody will instruct him for he apologize. And the scribe don't deny say they not get no business with them. But we don't open and pray, let common sense and understanding wisdom prevail for at least for the sake of peace. Because if Andre Fisher say because Ambassador Yassane not pass that order, they then go arrest him for contempt of court and jail him, it will be a problem for the peace. We don't want that. And lastly, we talk about Sierra Leoneans and public opinion, where some people then point the reason why they feel say most likely President Bio might leave office 2023 if nothing not change in the next few months significantly. So now this we get time for we turn up plenty. Thank you. We'll come back with other issues there of interest and we go definitely reach now. Until then, my name is Mohamed Kagbo. Bye bye.
Talking Point platform for news every day now we country hello.